I've said it before and I'll say it again. The world's oceans are utterly insane. Beneath those waves lie some of the strangest, most alien creatures you could ever imagine. And when a few of them manage to crawl out onto land, the results are nothing short of horrifying. Here are 20 of the most fascinating and terrifying creatures that have recently emerged from the ocean. Number 20. Sea pens. During an adventurous late-night dive, a group of divers encountered something truly remarkable. They came across unusual creatures that would be hard to believe if not for the footage they captured. Known as sea pens, these organisms inhabit the dark depths of the ocean where light barely penetrates. Resembling vintage quill pens used for writing letters, sea pens have a striking appearance. However, what's even more astonishing is that a sea pen isn't a single organism. It comprises a colony of multiple individuals working in harmony together. They form this beautiful structure that captivates all who see it. The divers also discovered how these sea pens defend themselves against predators. When threatened, the entire colony can swiftly bury itself in the seabed, effectively hiding from the ocean's fearsome hunters. Their extraordinary form and unique survival tactics make them some of the ocean's most remarkable inhabitants. Number 19. The lantern jellyfish. The lantern jellyfish stands out as a truly remarkable inhabitant of the ocean. This extraordinary sea creature is unlike any other jellyfish you might encounter. Despite extensive research, scientists continue to find it one of the most enigmatic animals on the planet. Much about its lifestyle and behavior remains elusive, adding to its mystique. Known for its glowing qualities, the lantern jellyfish emits a captivating light that appears almost magical. Surprisingly, researchers have yet to determine its actual color, as the bioluminescent glow creates a dazzling web-like effect. This phenomenon gives it the appearance of a floating pumpkin head glowing within a lantern. With an uncountable number of tentacles, it moves gracefully in both rapid and slow motions, enchanting anyone who catches a glimpse. Its elusive nature is compounded by its dwelling in the deep, dark expanses of the Pacific Ocean, a region that is notoriously challenging to explore. Number 18. Pike eel. The next creature we encountered may not initially seem extraterrestrial, as it was found on the shores of New South Wales, Australia. A man who stumbled upon it initially thought it was a type of fish. Despite its somewhat intimidating appearance and considerable size, he decided to post pictures online to determine what this unusual creature might be and whether it belonged in our world. The photos revealed a creature with large teeth, a lengthy body, and scales that gave it a serpentine look. As speculation grew, observers offered guesses ranging from mythical tales to clever digital manipulation. Eventually, a marine biologist identified the creature as a pike eel. This species can reach lengths of up to 1.5 meters and is native to the waters where it was discovered. Number 17. Two-headed gray whale. At first glance, it may not be evident that the creature captured in the footage was a whale, but a closer inspection reveals its identity. An astonishing find occurred on the beaches of California when a two-headed creature was discovered, measuring between 7 and 10 feet long. It featured 2 distinct heads and 2 separate tails, presenting an exceptionally unusual sight. Scientists conducted DNA analysis and concluded that this was a rare case of conjoined twins from a gray whale. While conjoined twins are uncommon, they are not limited to humans. Various animal species have exhibited similar phenomena. This extraordinary discovery ignited speculation and wild theories, with some attributing its existence to nuclear fallout from an industrial accident. However, such claims were ultimately debunked in the end. Number 16. The weird baby. Australia is known for its incredibly unique wildlife, but a discovery made on one of its beaches left locals in utter disbelief. A baby was found that resembled a peculiar blend of human and mythical beings, capturing everyone's attention immediately. The tiny creature was covered in a slick, slimy substance, giving it an otherworldly appearance reminiscent of mermaids. Just when curious onlookers leaned in for a closer look, they were astonished to see the baby move its head and take shallow breaths. Scientists were quickly called in to investigate this mysterious being, but after days of research, they still struggled to uncover its origins. The news about this strange humanoid infant spread like wildfire, sparking countless theories and speculations about what this enigmatic creature could be and why it had washed ashore, appearing half alive and seemingly abandoned by the ocean. Now it's time for today's topic. Locals walking the shoreline early one morning were stunned by what they saw: thousands of strange, octopus-like creatures blanketing the beach, their bulbous, blood-red domes glistening in the rising sun. Stretching for nearly half a mile, the scene looked like something out of a prehistoric world, leaving fishermen and residents alike in disbelief. Some described the creatures as crawling slowly toward the water, their dark tentacles dragging through the sand in eerie unison. It wasn't until September 2025 that officials confirmed the event had taken place near Dolphin Island, Alabama. Marine biologists from the University of South Alabama were quickly dispatched, collecting samples and analyzing the remains. Early tests showed the creatures carried proteins similar to cephalopods like squid and octopus, yet their structure didn't match any existing species on record. Many researchers suggested they might represent a lineage long thought extinct, creatures that could have emerged from the deep due to unusual oceanic shifts. Adding to the mystery, eyewitnesses claimed some of the animals were still alive when first discovered, inching back toward the surf as if fighting to return to the sea. Officials have offered no clear explanation, but locals now call it the Alabama invasion, a haunting reminder of the ocean's secrets still waiting to be revealed. Number 15. The mischievous slug. If you're on the hunt for a crafty creature in the ocean, the nudibranch sea slug deserves your attention. This particular sea slug is a unique type of snail that has evolved to lose its shell over time. While this adaptation might seem like a disadvantage, it has developed a remarkable new method of self-defense by borrowing from other creatures. This sly slug targets jellyfish, managing to extract their stinging cells and the toxins from their relatives. By storing these toxins within its own body, it can later utilize them as a defense mechanism against predators. This clever adaptation enables the nudibranch to remain safe in the wild. Adding to its intrigue, the nudibranch is known for its vibrant colors and charming appearance. Despite its mischievous nature, this sea slug's adorable and colorful look makes it a captivating creature to observe. It's an excellent example of how nature's adaptations can lead to both beauty and cunning survival strategies in the ocean's depths. Number 14. The mutated sea creature. While strolling along a beach in Mexico, locals stumbled upon a gigantic and unusual find that compelled them to record it. They discovered a massive sea creature curled up near the shore. Curious, the onlookers approached for a closer inspection. The creature was enormous, likely weighing hundreds of pounds and stretching over 4 feet long. They poked it with a stick several times, but it remained motionless. It seemed the world wasn't quite ready for the sight of such an enormous sea being. Upon closer inspection, it appeared that the creature had recently died, possibly washed ashore by the relentless waves. The internet quickly buzzed with wild theories about this mysterious find. Given its immense size, many speculated that it had originated from the deep ocean. Some suggested it might be a kraken, while others theorized it could be a giant squid missing its head or limbs. The enigma surrounding this massive blob and its journey to Mexico left everyone guessing about its true nature. Number 13. Prehistoric furry dolphin. The footage we have here features a creature that many have dubbed a demon thanks to its eerie appearance. While we can confirm it isn't an actual demon, it still presents a rather terrifying sight. This creature appears to have washed ashore some time ago and has suffered the effects of decay in the elements, giving it a grotesque look. At first, identifying the various parts of this being proved challenging. One particularly puzzling detail was the presence of fur on what appeared to be the tail of this strange entity. This led to speculation that it might be some kind of mutation or a monstrous creation found on a remote island in Russia. Due to its puzzling identity, the creature sparked a host of frightening theories. Scientists and researchers who analyzed the footage ultimately concluded that it was likely either a beaked whale or a dolphin. These analyses aimed to debunk the myths surrounding this unusual find while providing clarity about its true nature. Number 12. The mysterious wind sailor. Among the intriguing instances of peculiar marine life appearing on shore, there is a fascinating phenomenon involving a type of sea creature that has raised eyebrows. Often referred to as wind sailors, these organisms drift along the coastline from California to Oregon. They are easily recognized by their vibrant blue hue and distinctive shape, which could lead some to wonder if they are extraterrestrial beings or a new species of underwater life attempting to invade our shores. Thankfully, wind sailors pose no danger and do not have much independent movement. While they may appear threatening, they are completely harmless. These peculiar creatures are known scientifically as velella. They are quite passive, allowing the currents to dictate their fate. Their jelly-like bodies enable them to float and drift, which means they can be washed up anywhere across the globe, not just within their typical Pacific Ocean range. Although their appearance can be off-putting, they are entirely safe. When wind sailors do wash ashore, they tend to gather in large clusters. These accumulations can reach heights of approximately 3 feet. While their presence might render a beach less appealing and emit an unpleasant odor, they do not represent any significant threat to beachgoers. As previously stated, experts assure us that they are harmless to humans. Number 11. Alien child from Mexico. In May 2007, a farmer in Mexico made an astonishing discovery in the murky waters near his property. He encountered a strange creature that appeared so bizarre that he attempted to drown it, ultimately succeeding on his third try. The creature measured around 70 centimeters in length and had an elongated, peculiar head, leading some to speculate that it might be the offspring of extraterrestrial beings. Conversely, Skeptics suggested it could be a reptile or perhaps a hairless squirrel monkey, citing its tail, spine, and large head and eyes as evidence. Scientists examined the creature and noted its teeth were arranged differently than human teeth, along with possessing a unique type of tissue, which cast doubt on the monkey theory. Things took a bizarre turn when the farmer was discovered dead in his car under mysterious circumstances, which was unusually hot. Some mythologists speculated that this could have been an act of vengeance by aliens for the death of their offspring. Number 10. Vampire squid. The Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute launched a deep-diving robotic submarine into the ocean's depths. Just a few hundred feet down, the crew spotted a pair of glowing blue eyes. This enigmatic creature is known as the vampire squid, a name that certainly piques curiosity. Its large, expressive eyes are designed to help it see in the dimly lit depths of the ocean where sunlight barely penetrates. These impressive eyes assist in detecting movement, which is crucial for evading predators. However, what truly sets the vampire squid apart is its extraordinary method of self-defense. When threatened, it has the ability to turn itself inside out. The squid boasts 8 long arms and a sensory filament that reacts quickly to potential danger. When alarmed, it curls its arms around its body, creating the illusion that its body has turned inside out. This captivating squid is often called a living fossil, as it has changed very little over the past 300 million years. Its appearance has remained almost identical since ancient times, providing us with a glimpse into the ocean's distant past. Number 9. Mimic octopus. The mimic octopus is a captivating marine creature that blends in with the array of intriguing animals beneath the waves. Scientists have been fortunate to discover these remarkable beings, often referred to as the Dramatics Club of the ocean world. The mimic octopus stands out as one of the most exciting finds due to its incredible talent for imitation. This extraordinary creature can mimic over 15 different sea animals, altering its shape, color, and behavior to resemble others. For example, divers have observed the mimic octopus transforming into sea snakes and even toxic flatfish. In one remarkable encounter, it was seen spreading its arms and gliding across the seabed, perfectly resembling a lionfish with venomous spines to ward off predators. On another occasion, it slithered along the sand with 2 of its arms trailing behind, flawlessly mimicking a deadly banded sea snake to scare away threats. Fishermen in Indonesia reported watching one rise and flatten itself to take on the profile of a stingray, a disguise that left them stunned. Scientists studying the species believe its intelligence rivals that of dolphins in terms of problem-solving and quick adaptation. Its ability to rapidly shift between disguises suggests a complex understanding of its environment and predator behavior. These displays have left researchers questioning just how advanced the mimic octopus's neural network truly is. Beyond survival, some speculate these transformations might also play a role in communication between octopuses. These impressive displays are not merely for show. The octopus utilizes these tricks to either evade predators or assert dominance while hunting for food. Currently, the mimic octopus has led scientists to the fascinating Lemba Strait, where ongoing studies aim to uncover more about its unique behaviors and lifestyle. Number 8. Sea cucumber. If you think the deep sea is solely inhabited by terrifying creatures, this discovery will challenge that notion. About 6,500 feet underwater, a group of researchers embarked on an exciting expedition in search of new species, and they uncovered something truly remarkable. They encountered a sea cucumber unlike any other. This particular sea cucumber had a transparent body and moved in an enchanting manner. Its vibrant color sparkled as it gracefully floated through the water, providing divers with a rare and breathtaking sight. The sea cucumber's webbed covering allows it to swim, while also serving as a protective shield against nearby predators. Unlike most sea cucumbers that crawl slowly along the seabed, this species seemed to almost fly through the water, undulating its body like a delicate ribbon. Scientists aboard the research vessel described the scene as otherworldly, comparing it to a glowing lantern adrift in the abyss. Cameras captured the organism's mesmerizing movements, and the footage quickly became a highlight of the expedition. The translucent body, with veins of purple shimmering under the submarine lights, revealed pulsating organs that looked like glowing jewels in the dark. Researchers speculated that its unusual coloration might serve as camouflage, blending with faint bioluminescent glows found in the trench. They also considered whether the creature's transparency could act as a defense mechanism, helping it avoid predators in a world where shadows mean danger. What makes this creature stand out is the lovely purple hue of its translucent body. With a close inspection, one can glimpse its internal structures, adding to the intrigue. Even though it remains a mystery how it feeds, this insight into its underwater world offers a fascinating experience for anyone fortunate enough to witness it. Number 7. The fascinating eel. Eels often strike fear in people because they can deliver a powerful electric shock if you venture too close. However, there's one particular eel that you definitely need to see up close. Recently, divers made an incredible discovery while exploring the ocean that showcased this remarkable creature. What you are witnessing is a ribbon eel, known for its unique life cycle and transformations. Initially, it starts life as a male with a dark coloration. As it matures, the eel changes to a striking blue adorned with yellow highlights. Divers describe the transition as almost magical. One day the eel is hidden and unremarkable, and the next it bursts with color, standing out like neon against the reef. Ribbon eels are often spotted with their heads sticking out of sandy burrows, their long, ribbon-like bodies waving in the currents like banners of blue and gold. Despite their delicate appearance, they are fierce hunters, snapping at small fish and shrimp that come too close. Observers note how their jaws open wide, flashing yellow mouths that act as both a warning and a lure. The most astonishing transformation occurs later in its life when it reaches a specific size. The eel transitions into a female complete with reproductive organs that enable it to lay eggs. During this stage, its behavior also shifts. It becomes less territorial and more focused on reproduction, ensuring the next generation of ribbon eels survives. Some divers report that seeing a bright yellow female in the wild is incredibly rare, making it a prized moment for underwater photographers. The transition itself fascinates marine biologists, as few creatures in the ocean display such dramatic, sequential hermaphroditism with a full color shift to match. Its color shifts to a brilliant yellow during this change, like the one shown here. This particular eel is now a female ribbon eel, completing a fascinating cycle in its life. Number 6. The sea angel. This enchanting creature is distinct and captivating. The sea angel appears almost transparent with a ghostly visage that boasts wing-like flaps on either side of its body. Unlike traditional bird wings, these flaps allow it to glide gracefully through the water. Due to its elegant movements, it earns the name angel. Unlike typical sea slugs, sea angels seem to soar rather than crawl, which adds to the mesmerizing quality of their motion. Their clear bodies allow observers to witness their feeding process firsthand, but since even the largest sea angels are only around 5 centimeters long, you'd need to get quite close to observe this fascinating spectacle. Despite their diminutive size, sea angels are predatory creatures. They hunt and consume smaller marine animals to sustain themselves. In fact, one of their favorite prey is the sea butterfly, another small but equally fascinating creature that drifts through the water on wing-like appendages. Watching a sea angel hunt is almost contradictory to its name. It hovers in the water, spreading its delicate wings wide before lunging forward with surprising speed. Its tentacles, once extended, latch onto the sea butterfly, holding it tight as its jaws begin their work. For divers and researchers who have been lucky enough to witness this process, it's both chilling and beautiful, a predator cloaked in elegance. These tiny hunters are often described as one of the most surreal sights in the ocean's polar regions, where they thrive in icy waters. Their shimmering, glass-like appearance makes them seem like otherworldly spirits drifting through the dark blue. Ancient sailors once mistook them for supernatural beings, thinking they were omens or messengers from the deep. Today, scientists marvel at their evolutionary adaptations, especially how such fragile-looking organisms have survived for millions of years. Though they look delicate, their role as hunters proves that beauty in nature often hides a ruthless efficiency. Though they may seem adorable, particularly with a name like sea angel, they possess a more intense side. When ready to seize their prey, they extend tiny tentacles from their heads to capture and consume their victims. Number 5. Kraken. On a beach in Indonesia, an enormous creature washed ashore, igniting both fear and fascination among locals. Dubbed the Kraken, this behemoth measured approximately 50 feet in length. Its fearsome appearance featured a gigantic, powerful jaw and a body that transformed the surrounding waters into an ominous dark red hue. Initially, the residents were left in shock, unsure of what to make of this mysterious entity. As rumors spread, theories ran wild. Some claimed it was proof of a legendary sea monster, while others whispered about a government cover-up of something not meant for human eyes. Families gathered at the shoreline, torn between curiosity and dread, as children clung tightly to their parents. Brave locals ventured closer with sticks and flashlights, trying to make sense of the massive form that looked half fish, half nightmare. The carcass's stench filled the air, a putrid smell that made some believe it had been dead for weeks before drifting ashore. Some elders in the community compared it to folklore tales of giant sea demons that brought bad luck and storms. The eerie sight even attracted tourists and journalists, who rushed to document the bizarre phenomenon. Marine experts eventually arrived, carefully collecting tissue samples and analyzing the remains under harsh tropical sun. After careful examination, it was revealed that the Kraken was the remains of a baleen whale. The whale had drifted ashore and, through the ravages of time and the sea, had lost its original form, leading to its bizarre appearance. While discovering the truth provided relief, the Kraken's haunting presence left a lasting impression on all who witnessed it. Number 4. The Horror of Blue Hill. In September 2009, 4 teenagers playing in the small village of Cerro Azul, Panama, stumbled upon a mysterious creature that darted out from a cave. The teens described the creature as a monster, and it began to chase them. In a bid to defend themselves, they started throwing stones at the creature. The boys later recalled how the figure moved awkwardly, almost crawling on its belly with strange, rubbery limbs that seemed out of place in the natural world. Its pale, hairless skin glistened under the light, and its facial features looked distorted, making it appear more like something from a nightmare than a known species. Fear turned to panic as the strange being lunged toward them, forcing the group to pelt it with rocks until it collapsed. Eventually, they managed to subdue it and then disposed of its body in the nearby water. Some villagers reported seeing the corpse floating the next day, sparking heated debates about whether the teens had stumbled onto a cryptid. Others whispered that it could be proof of some government experiment gone wrong or even something extraterrestrial. The newspapers dubbed the creature Gollum, named after the character from The Lord of the Rings who was also known to inhabit a cave. This story captured the public's imagination, but scientists later suggested that the creature was not a monster at all. They believed it was the decomposed body of a sloth, with its fur having fallen off after being submerged in water for an extended period, giving it a rubbery and swollen appearance. Number 3. The Leafy sea dragon. Not every marine creature makes its home in the depths of the ocean. Take, for instance, the remarkable Leafy sea dragon, which resides at a mere 80 feet beneath the surface. Unlike many of its aquatic counterparts, this creature moves slowly and gracefully. Its body resembles a piece of coral, allowing it to blend seamlessly into its environment. For divers who know what to look for, spotting this incredible creature can be an exhilarating experience. The Leafy sea dragon's camouflage is impressively effective. Instead of merely hiding among underwater plants, it sways back and forth like seaweed, further confounding potential predators. An intriguing characteristic of this unique animal is its straw-like snout. Lacking a traditional jaw, it uses this elongated snout to slurp up its food. Despite its proximity to the surface, the Leafy sea dragon remains one of the ocean's most puzzling and captivating animals. Commonly referred to by various names like blue dragon, blue angel, and sea swallow, it boasts stunning blue hues and mesmerizing patterns that lend it a magical appearance. However, you'd want to handle these delicate creatures with caution. Essentially, the Leafy sea dragon is a type of sea slug that preys on blue jellyfish. Even more fascinating, it utilizes the venom from these jellyfish as a defense mechanism. By absorbing the venomous cells into its body, it can later release them to deter would-be attackers. These fragile creatures float just below the water's surface where they seem to be enjoying life. Unfortunately, this surface-dwelling lifestyle can lead to unintended consequences. Strong winds can easily blow them onto the shore, catching unsuspecting beachgoers off guard. Number 2. Sea spider. During an underwater expedition, a group of divers encountered a creature so peculiar that they struggled to identify it. At first glance, it resembled a giant sea spider, captivating them with its graceful, flowing movements. The sight of its tiny legs wriggling as it navigated the depths of the ocean was just the start of this marine marvel. Some of the divers described its silhouette as almost alien-like, with its elongated limbs stretching out like strands of silk against the dark backdrop of the abyss. Every time it shifted, its body seemed to shimmer faintly, reflecting the faint light from the divers' lamps in eerie patterns. At one point, the creature curled into itself, then suddenly expanded again, almost as though it were breathing with the rhythm of the deep ocean. Its strange, hypnotic motion gave the impression of something between insect and machine, as though evolution had experimented with an otherworldly blueprint. When the creature had the opportunity, it would glide down and let its enormous legs drop dramatically, creating a stunning visual display. The divers were both fascinated and uneasy, unsure whether they were observing a rare species or something entirely unknown to science. They noted how it seemed unfazed by their presence, continuing its movements as if they weren't there at all. This remarkable animal was discovered 5,000 feet below the ocean's surface. Although the divers initially thought it was a sea spider, further examination identified it as an isopod. However, this revelation only scratched the surface of the mystery. Researchers are still left with numerous questions about this fascinating organism and its role in the underwater ecosystem. Number 1. Mysterious creature. In Indonesia, a group of motorcyclists enjoyed a thrilling ride through the dense jungles along the Banda Sea on the island of Sumatra. Suddenly, an enigmatic figure emerged from the forest, brandishing a peculiar stick. The figure stepped onto the road, causing one of the motorcyclists to lose control and fall off his bike. The riders, stunned by what they had just witnessed, decided to pursue the mysterious being. Some of the bikers shouted to each other in panic while accelerating, their headlights cutting through the tangled jungle undergrowth. Strangely, the figure moved with a speed and agility that seemed impossible for a human, darting through the trees with almost supernatural fluidity. At one point, it looked back briefly, its small frame silhouetted against the dim forest light, before vanishing again into the dense vegetation. Despite the high speeds of their Kawasaki KLX 110 motorcycles, the figure was too swift for them to catch. The riders combed through thickets, their engines revving in frustration, yet there were no tracks, no sound of retreating footsteps, only the eerie quiet of the jungle. When they finally reached a small clearing, the only sign of the encounter was the large stick left behind, lying unnaturally upright as though deliberately planted. Some of the men swore they heard faint laughter echoing from the trees, adding an unsettling layer of mystery to the chase. Back at camp, heated debates broke out. Was this a spirit, a trickster, or something far older? Theories spread quickly online once the footage was uploaded, sparking fierce arguments between skeptics and believers. Some speculated that the figure could be a supernatural entity, while others entertained the idea that it might have been a prank. An intriguing theory even suggested that the figure belonged to the Mant tribe, a legendary group entwined with various myths and tales in the Banda Sea region. Did you ever imagine the ocean could be home to so many strange and fascinating creatures? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.